There's a new e-bike brand in town. Flight risk is the name and battery safety is the game, according to founder Abraham Mikhail.
I actually spent a couple of weeks in the factory testing them to get the quality right and to make sure that they were the right strength.
All right, watch out! Here it comes!
I threw 3 bikes out of a 3-story window. They worked and the batteries didn't explode. The bike still operated.
The bike works!
And look, it's not the test that you would usually test, but that was the whole purpose. If we're going to be riding these every single day on the roads, jumping off things, I thought, let's take it to its max height. And that was, for me, 3 stories was the highest I could get to. And we threw 2 bikes, 1 frame, just to test the frame durability, and then a fully assembled bike straight off and landed straight on the floor. Battery, no explosions, bike was still operating.
And even before I show you what it's like to ride one of these bikes, there's another vital part of battery safety that makes flight risk stand out. This is the ST charger, and this is what you get with your flight risk e-bike. Now, Abe and the team have spared no expense in making sure they've got the best charger combined with the best batteries, Samsung on this occasion in this model, to make sure that when you're charging at home, it's going to be safe.
We've spent so much time engineering these chargers, as it's one of the biggest risks that it causes fires in homes. So with IP54 rating, so dust resistant, water resistant, because these bikes sometimes are left in garages or left outside to charge, there can be a bit of moisture in the air, and making sure that the components inside the charger don't get moisture and don't create any short circuits was something that we spent a lot of time engineering.
A lithium-ion battery fire is hot and very hard to put out. Our firefighters are seeing these more and more each year. Connecting the wrong charger or a poorly made charger is just asking for trouble. That's why I've spent the first part of this e-bike video covering battery safety, and it should be your #1 priority when looking to buy.
Our chargers are state of the art, and it'd be hard to ever see another e-bike in the market with this type of charger. The charger is created for the safest output of power to charge a battery. Because the problem is, on an e-bike, batteries shake, batteries move, and problems can actually occur inside. So with the engineer team, we created a charger that can recognize that if the battery actually has an issue, it will automatically stop charging.
But the safety tech doesn't end there. The lights are also a standout. Aside from a super bright headlamp, blinkers, front and back, you'll have great visibility on the road during the day and especially at night. They're simple to control on the handlebars. You'll get an indicator on the info screen when they are active or not. That screen isn't touched, by the way. Combine that with GPS tracking via the app and you have a bike that even reluctant parents can get on board with.
Once you receive the bike, it doesn't come with a SIM card, but if you get any of your top carriers and insert the SIM card inside the GPS tracker, we also now have an app. If someone stole your bike, you could locate your bike, and then you could also disable your bike on a click of a button. As a parent, you could sit on the couch and press a button and choose live location where the bike is at that direct moment.
Let's ride. Oh, this is so good. Woo. The one I'm riding is the 666 model. It's my favourite. It's like a Harley, and you do sit back a little bit on the bike, but once you get used to it, it's really enjoyable. How good is that? This flight risk bike, which looks like a real motorbike, just reminds me when we were kids and you used to have BMX bikes and someone would say, I've got a new Mongoose, and I'd be very jealous. But to me, it's a lot of fun. You can pedal, and then you've got the pedal assist with the electric motor. And I think for kids that have a long distance to go to school, it's the ideal bike.
An e-bike is a mix between a conventional push bike and a motorbike. You can choose your pedal, you can choose your pedal assist. I tend to go a little bit higher because I'm a little bit lazier, but you can choose, if you want to put a bit more exercise in and burn a couple more calories, you can turn down the assist level to 1 and you can push a little bit harder and it will still give you that little assist, but you're putting in a bit of a workout. Now, if you're feeling a little bit more lazier, you can put it up a little bit more and you can just guide the chain a little bit and you can still cover long distances.
Below the 666 is a 555, and I think that's the sweet spot. Everyone loves this one.
The D&M shock that is custom pink. The bike is one full custom masterpiece.
They do look good. The shocks, the disc brakes. I'd expect them to go out the door pretty quickly this year. You'll have to do some assembly, but it's pretty straightforward. You'll also have to pay attention to the road rules. These come from the factory at 25km locked. You can unlock them, they'll go 50 k's without pedaling, but you can go over 25 k's an hour on the roads if you're pedaling. But a bike shouldn't be going on its own without any pedaling at all. And that brings me to the throttle. Once you start pedaling, it will activate. It took a little time to get used to it. You've got your various power levels and of course the gears like a normal bike to operate. If you're on an e-bike, you just follow the same rules as a normal bicycle. I'm not going to go into it now, but just make sure you check your state rules and regulations because they do vary from state to state. For example, in New South Wales, you can use a higher power output compared to the other states. And you might have noticed there's a little tiny one without any pedals. This was a special one for Abe, who's a family man. And if there's enough interest, I'll actually do an individual review on the key models. See you on the next review on imagematrix.tech.